So I've had a lot of people on my channel say that they actually trust me a lot more than some of these gurus that are out there. And I want to give my opinion on some of these guys because I was a big fan. You know, I would listen to Gary Vaynerchuk and Tony Robbins and Robert Herjavec and all these guys. And so when I found out that they were coming to my town, I was like, holy shit, I'm going to go to that. It's $100 to get in. And I'm going to see these like people that I really respect and admire. And so I want to tell you like the business model that they use in part of their business. And I'm going to tell you why I don't trust these guys anymore. A lot of people think like, oh, they've never actually been successful in life. They're just successful at telling people how to be successful. And that could be like some of the reason why I wouldn't trust them. Look at people like Les Brown. The guy's a motivator. He's been a successful motivator, but he didn't do anything before he became a motivator. Like he talks about living in his office, being completely broke as shit, and then the struggle of like having to go out and tell people how to be successful when he's not successful himself. And it's like, why am I gonna listen to you, you complete idiot? Like you sound good, the words you use are good, the way you say things is good, like the message behind what you're saying is good. But if you're living in a freaking office and then you're on stage telling me how I can live my dreams, no, go to hell, dude. I'm not gonna give you my money, you complete loser. God, it just pisses me off. And he has been successful and he's created like a big, powerful speaking business now. So now he's got a little bit of credibility because he went through some of those struggles that happen when you first start a business. But that's what gives you the sick feeling inside, you know? Like Gary Vaynerchuk. Cool, man, you worked for your dad's wine business. Like I get now you own a media company. I get now that you're like famous on YouTube. That's all good and great, but you didn't start the business. You can't say that you're an entrepreneur and then work for your dad's business your entire life until you get on YouTube. Come on. Where like that's complete bullshit. Like yeah, now you're successful. Now you've done it. Now you know what it takes, but you didn't know that before you were like 30. And you're gonna get on here and say that you were a hustler when you were a child, and when you worked in a family business. It was already set up for you, okay? You didn't start from nothing. You didn't start when you were starving and when you had to help, you know, pay for your kids and your wife, and you didn't know how you're gonna make bills meet. That's not a normal thing. You had it set up, okay? Anyway, I'm going on and on. So here's why I'm pissed off. These guys were coming to town. It's $100 a ticket. I get there and there's 5,000 people in this little conference center. And I'm like, dude, 5,000 people, $100 a ticket. That's like $500,000 that they made just in door sales. This is awesome. These people are like really go-getters. So Robert Herjavec takes the stage and he gives this big inspirational story about how he came from wherever he came, Croatia, and he started with nothing and built himself up into being like a millionaire. Now he's on Shark Tank and it's like everyone's so excited and standing on their feet and screaming and yelling, like, yeah, he had it worse than I did. Now he's doing way better than I can. It's possible for me too. But the funny thing about ramped up emotions is that's when people can take advantage of you. So guess what comes on stage right after him? Another motivational person? Another big name that we came to see? No. Multi-level marketing scammers, people selling hopes and dreams with nothing to back them up. And so he's using his story, first of all, to get people there. Second of all, to sell bullshit things. But you know what's genius? Who's gonna come out and see a motivational seminar? People who want to be motivated, people who want to improve their lives, people who might be in a tough spot but want to do better, people who want to be self-employed. You know, people who want to achieve. That's who's going to be there. So they use those names to get those people there. And then, since that's the demographic that they're speaking to, well, now they bring in people to sell bullshit things that make people think that they're going to actually achieve their dreams. So one of the things was like, I'll teach you to make millions of dollars in the stock market, flipping penny stocks. All you have to do is give me $5,000. And it's like, all right, statistically speaking, nobody here is going to make any money doing penny stocks on your program, okay? The second thing, there was another one, and it was like, I'll teach you how to flip and sell real estate. Okay, I know people who've signed up for this flip and sell real estate stuff. You want to know what happens? You pay $2,000-3,000 to get in and sign up for the class. You go to the class, you don't make any money. You don't meet any people who are actually buying and selling and making a living off of flipping real estate. And then you know what they do? They try and upsell you to like a $40,000 or $60,000 next level inner circle type program. Meanwhile, you're not making any money at all. They're like, oh, you'll make that money back in 3 months. Don't worry about it. Just give us $40,000. So people are borrowing against their houses. They're putting it on credit cards. People don't have $40,000. Are you kidding? Most people can't come up with $1,000 in case of an emergency. So where are they getting this $40,000? They're going into debt for it, for a scam where they're going to make zero money back. So you want to get on stage and you want to tell people, hey, you can be successful too. You can achieve your dreams. Listen to this next guy that's coming up. He's going to rob your future from you. Go to hell. Okay? Go to hell. So they'd have like 3 of these scammers right in a row. Then they'd bring in the second person, and that would ramp everyone up. Like Gary Vaynerchuk was the second guy on the paper that day. So after Robert Herjavec, you got like 3 or 4 complete scammer bullshit artists. Then Gary comes on. He ramps everyone up. And it's fun and it's exciting to see his story. And it's like, oh my God, there's this guy I saw on YouTube. He's here in person. Well, after he gets off stage, someone else comes on. He's like, hey, I'm going to teach you guys how to be published authors. And it's like, published author, that sounds kind of cool. Like people who have books have kind of like authority and credibility. Maybe I could have a book. And it's another scam. It's another like multi-level marketing thing. You could teach other people how to be authors, sign people up underneath you. And it's like, oh, I get it. And he's like, I know some of you people don't think that you can be an author, but I'll teach you how to do it. You don't even have to have anything to say. You know, the thing is, most people don't even read books. So as long as you have your face on a book and your name's on a book, people are just automatically going to think that you have credibility. And the book's not about being an author or communicating a message. It's just a business card. It's a better business card. It gives you more credibility. So whatever business you're in, as long as your face is on a book, people are going to trust you more. So sign up for my program. Give me a couple $1,000s. And it's like, okay, all right, I see what's going on here. You want my money. Like, I'm going to put my name on a piece of paper, take a photograph with a whole bunch of words behind it, call it a book. I'm not going to make any money off of that transaction. How am I going to make money off of something that has no value? You want me to sign up to sell your stupid book club to other people, to my friends and family? You want me to ruin my reputation for nothing? For this stupid book that's not even a real book? Like, you want me to sign my friends up so that they can write books and so that I can make money when they sign up more people? You want me to put my name on the line for that? No. And I think it's funny how they plan these things right around tax time. You know, we went in, it was probably like February or March, right when people are getting their tax returns back. Why do you think? Why do they think? They know you got $4,000 or $5,000 cash sitting in the bank. They know that you're a motivated person. You want to move forward. They know that you want to take risks and start a business. So they plan these things right around the time where they can just grab your money from you. They want to tell you that you can achieve anything, and then they want to take the little money you had, that little money you could have used to pay off your debts, that little money you could use to make a legitimate investment in yourself and in your business, that little bit of money you could have used to go to school. They want to take that so they can teach you to write a book that's not even a real book. Nah, man. So they have like 3 or 4 of these people come out that are complete bullshit artists. And I'm pissed because I'm like, dude, I want to see Tony Robbins. Where's Tony Robbins at? Well, Tony Robbins comes out at like 6 o'clock at night. We've been there all day just getting hammered by ruthless salespeople. You know, timeshare people have a reputation for being ruthless, bottom of the barrel, scum artists, right? Well, the people that were at this convention were beyond that. These people were ruthless. They would insult you. They would just, I don't know, they would make you think that you cannot be successful unless you follow them. So after getting hammered by that all day long, I'm like, where the F is Tony Robbins? So he comes out, and it's like 6 o'clock, and he's like dancing around, got the music going, people are standing up clapping, he's yelling and screaming. I'm like looking around, I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, I already own a business. I already make a shitload of money. I don't need any of this stuff. Like that was kind of the thing that they're pushing on people is like, you can quit your day job. And I'm like, okay, check, I already did that. You can make X amount of money. Check, I already did that. You could change your life. Check, I already did that. So when I'm looking at this, I wasn't really getting sucked into all the hype. I'm just like looking at like, okay, how? How can I go further? How can I introduce people I know to these life-changing things? And when I'm analyzing it, looking at like, okay, what kind of value are they bringing? How are they doing the marketing? How are they delivering on that value? What's the sales process like? How are they managing the money coming in and going out? Like I'm analyzing each of these programs from a business perspective. And it's like, these aren't real businesses. These are all scams. So I had a totally different perspective and it put me in a bad mood. So when Tony Robbins came out and he's jumping around, ramping up people's emotions again, I'm automatically thinking, oh, you're ramping people's emotions up because you're closing the day out and you don't want them to leave mad. You want to ramp them up and send them out on a high note. You're manipulating all of us still to the very end of the day. I'm done. I am leaving. And I left and I went out and I sat down on the sofa and I waited for my friends to get out of there and I just laid there listening. I could hear everything going on in there. I didn't even want to see them. I paid $100. It was just such a waste of time. I don't even care about the $100. I wasted an entire day of work. I could have been working, making more relationships with more customers. You know, if I go out and I cold call, I can close jobs where I'm making $1,000 a month every single month for years. And I sacrifice one of those days so that I can go watch a bunch of bullshit artists scam people. When I get off stage, come to my table in the back. We're going to sign you up. Sign up your friends and family so we can call them too. No. So anyway, a lot of people are saying that they like my videos because I seem a lot more authentic and I'm not trying to ramp people up and stuff. And I don't know how many people actually go to these conferences. You see these people standing on stage, motivating people with their microphone in, jumping around on stage. And you think, oh, these are like inspirational, motivational people. Like these are people who've made it and who are successful. Well, what you don't see at these conferences is the people who take the stage next. The scammers. They're not helping anybody, okay? They have a good message and you know, they are inspirational and they have some nice things to say that can like help put you on the right track. But the reason you feel like they're scammy is because they're scamming people, and they might not be scamming people directly, but they're using their name to build an audience of people who are interested in achieving. And then in order to make the name, they're partnering with people who are not selling things that are going to help you move forward. So they're not directly scamming, but they're indirectly doing it just to get paid. And you know what? If they're getting millions and millions of dollars to go stand on stage and they want to sell their souls for however much money they're getting, you know, that's up to you. I don't know. I've never been offered that. I would like to think that I would be able to turn down any amount of money to scam people. And I'd like to think, well, I'm not scamming. That person's doing it. I'm just here on stage doing my job. But maybe if you're offered, tens of thousands of dollars for an hour, then maybe that's the business model that people get sucked into at that level. I don't know. So anyway, guys, if you want to do what you want, when you want, how you want, for who you want, how much you want, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys next time.